Today is Friday, September 4th. It's around 2:40 in the afternoon. I need to start using an external microphone to make these movies because I don't know if you can hear it, I think the autofocus in this lens makes a noise when I move. Today I woke up, I went surfing. The water was cold and clear. There was nobody else in the water. There were 3 women on the beach that looked like they drank wine and ate cheese for recreation. They were annoyed when I wanted to pass them on the long stairway to reach the beach. There was no one else on the beach. I love it when the water is clear and you can see the light refracted through, making patterns on the sandy bottom. I like the color of the water. Water! I need to know the names of colors and birds so that I can write or speak more clearly. Somewhere along the line I got it into my head that I find the use of similes distasteful. But it makes it hard to describe things when you refrain from similes. I can't honestly remember, at least 1, perhaps 2, giant Dungeness crabs. They're called Dungeness crabs. The word giant is to say that they were big. They were keepers on the bottom. After surfing, I encountered an older couple on the trail which winds through tall grass, who told me that the internet here is really high speed, but it costs $200 to install and you need to go on a waiting list. The man was very opinionated. He said the mistake that people make when cooking fish is that they use too high a heat. I liked him, he was nice. His name was Jeffrey. His wife's name was definitely Mary Ann. He said not to panic about the real estate market, even though times now are chaotic. You could tell that him and his wife were good parents to their son. I really appreciated that. I felt self-conscious when he asked me, "Are you able to work right now?" And I said yeah, because then right at that moment my girlfriend arrived, which is strange because the path to this surf spot is like 2 miles from where we're staying, but she walked all the way there and happened to arrive then. And he said, "Are you able to work now?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "What do you do?" I said, "I used to teach, but I'm a musician." And he said, "Oh, my son is a DJ, and he works for some such and such a professional union, and he's unable to work right now. And I call him every day because he doesn't have a girlfriend right now, and he lives in West Berkeley, and I'm concerned about him." I was like, man, that's cool. Yeah, this guy and his wife were nice. I think they were in their 60s. They moved to San Francisco in 1978 and purchased a home for $145,000. It obviously is appreciated quite a bit. It's a good place to invest in real estate. The state of the entire United States right now appears to be in a relative state of disarray. And henceforth, how much is anything worth? And how much of this is appearance and how much of it is an illusion? And this is an obvious, ridiculously obvious thing to say, but as I got out of the ocean, I was in there for like 2 hours. It felt so good. The water was cold. I was getting exercise and breathing air. I was by myself. It was quiet. I wasn't thinking about anything else except for paddle, drop in, paddle back out, duck dive, all that. Everybody hates when you talk about the ocean and surfing, and I understand. It's so nerdy. But I like it, and it makes me feel good. So I felt really good afterwards, and I talked to, I keep wanting to call him Charles, but I think his name was Jeffrey and Mary Ann. And walking with my girlfriend back to my car she walked back, continued to walk all the way back to the house. I drove because I had a surfboard. Anyway, it occurred to me, and this is how this is going to end, this video, hopefully not the world. All that really needs to happen, if you're a witch and you can make a magic spell, if people would just stop saying that the other person is dumb or terrible or any other kind of insulting thing all the time. Probably, well, I don't even want to put it specifically, although I'm tempted, because as soon as I do, I'm weak. I'm gonna give in to the temptation to make fun of people. All I'm saying is, and disagree if you will. Contact me if you disagree, or if you agree, or don't contact me, whatever. I don't know a lot of things, but I'm right about this. If people were just stopped insulting each other and looked for a reason to be kind and constructive, just for a minute, of course we're going to have to agree and disagree and negotiate about things. It's what makes better art or bridges. I don't mean metaphorical bridges, I mean bridges. Or buildings or gardens. Some people have a misconception and with respect, somebody else with a different point of view can reveal that misconception and combined together can come up with a better result. But if you don't have mutual respect in the first place, it's impossible in a scientific or objective analyzation of how human beings, and I would say animals and even trees interact, although they're better at it. You gotta have the respect first, that's the soil. And then you can have a conversation. And if people were just nice to each other here, even if it was for like a day or a week, goodness gracious, good God, good golly Miss Molly. If it was for, I need a better way to say that. Those were too canned. If it was for a month, the whole world would change. Everything would seem so much better. Everyone would feel so much better. So, yeah. I took a lot of pictures of myself just now because I'm pleased with how I look. I like this color blue. And yeah, it's ridiculous. It's fun to learn how to take your picture or how to learn to make a video. It gives real, photographers in general, fashion photographers, people have to take a picture of like a soccer player or a surfer or a politician and make it look so you can tell what it is, the light is right, the color is right, it's framed correctly. It's hard. It's difficult. It's actually not hard. Lukey. Yeah. Alright, I said the date. Hope that worked.